Well, this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I like to admit it's right there, and I'm in a town called Bel Air. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to One Up Me episode Cinco Cinco. I know that's not how you say 55. I took Spanish and got a C-, so suck it.
That's right. This is
I was
one
gonna
of
let the awkward silence continue for. Hold on. Let's try again. Okay, that's about right. How you doing?
I'm good.
My name is Ryan, by the way. That's Jordan.
What's up? This is going to be a pretty lax, interesting episode today. Mostly because I want to go watch Avengers Endgame before I go to work today.
I was telling my my brother, by the way, we have a house guest, and he's just probably going to plop around like a hippopotamus. So if y'all hear a bunch of crap in the background, that's probably what it is. But yeah, I couldn't believe Zelda just came up and killed Thanos at the end. It's crazy.
I know.
That was like the worst possible like joke, and I apologize. That was terrible.
Dude, I'd be okay with any of that happening. I don't know. I had to like make myself stop thinking about the movie last night. So
You just been working, or
yeah, that's really it, man. I've been working. I'm training these new people so that they can take over my job. Just so that my work still hasn't accepted the fact that I'm leaving. I haven't given them an official 2 weeks. They said, "What is the percentage of you actually leaving?" I said 90%. They said,
you had to give them some hope.
And they're like, "So there's 10% chance you're not leaving." And I was like, "Well, nothing's ever 100%. I can't tell you guys 100% yes, I'm leaving, because if something happens that makes me stay here, then yes, I will end up staying here. But I said there's a strong.
That's what's gonna happen.
No, I'm definitely
like moving in. I'm gonna get a phone call. Listen, I know I already signed the lease, but I can't go.
No, I'm definitely coming. Don't worry. It is. I need to live with you, not like a creepy thing, just like a like.
The way you said that, I need to live with you.
No, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm very excited about it. Even though I don't sound like it right now, I'm just tired from work.
I've just been doing not a whole lot. I found out yesterday night. What's up?
Ask Jordan if he clogged the toilet when he was here. I know Jake did, but I think Jordan might have too. I can't remember.
Jordan, did you clog the toilet when you were at my
I did.
I think so.
He said, I think so.
He did. I remember it now.
Yeah.
Y'all always take some monstrous dumps. I mean, John and I have been pooping in that a lot for the past 4 years, and we have not clogged it once.
I tried to record the podcast.
And you boys come and stay for like 2 nights max and clog it like the first try.
Pooped on 2 nights max.
Jake came in my room last night, and he's like, dude, I just took a huge dump.
That's been a max. That was night before last.
Night before last.
I have a lot of probiotics in my diet.
He said he has a lot of probiotics in his diet.
Oh, what?
A lot of
Jordan said he's got a lot of probiotics in his diet. Okay, I'm gonna close the door now.
I'm leaving this all in.
Okay, what were we talking? Oh, I figured out. I did not know, but I have a project due Monday in one of my classes, so I gotta figure that out. But yeah, school hasn't been that bad lately, just because it's kind of winding down. We got our finals the week after next, so I'm excited to be done with that. Although I may have some summer classes I need to take.
Yeah, man, school stuff's winding up for us. It's coming up to our big swing because summer gets really busy. I know some people wouldn't think that a fine dining restaurant would get busy during the summer, but
you live on the beach.
Yeah, it's true. So and also so people are coming down. There's different concerts and stuff happening, so it's gonna get busy, which means more money, which is great. I like that, but it's gonna be more work.
Playing any video games?
I did make some time for some video games, and not the ones that people are probably gonna think that I had time for. So I picked back up Don't Touch Anything, At least maybe I think that's the name of
I
it.
remember you talking about that before.
Let me grab my Switch and make sure that's what it's called. It is called. Yeah, it's called Please Don't Touch Anything. So it's the little puzzle game.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about this.
So I did Google some stuff about it just because I was curious, because I kept doing the same thing over and over and getting different outcomes. Turns out there's 25 or 21, there's 20-ish different endings for this game. And so I got another one where I found a screwdriver and opened up something. There was hamsters inside of it. It's really weird. It's one of those games. It's if you have a couple extra dollars to spend, I'd say get it, because it's one of those games you can just pick up and play any random time, because there is multiple endings. And pretty much you're just trying to make sure the world doesn't explode, or this town. I'm not really sure the whole background of it. You're in this room and there's a button and you got to push it. And if you push it this many times, something will happen and yada yada. And there's a black light. And so each sequence of events gives you another sequence of events. And you kind of almost have to take notes about each configuration you go through, because they're all different. So like one time I pushed the button X amount of times and it opened up a side drawer and I got a hammer and I had to beat this computer to death, and the computer opened up and I got a piece of paper and that told me something I had to do. And so it's just all these different scenarios you put yourself in. But I looked it up and it only takes like an hour to beat, but I guess it wasn't accounting for the multiple endings you had. But I'm enjoying that. I think I got it for like less than $1 or something on a crazy indie sale they were having or whatever. I did pick up some Overwatch this week just because I wanted to try out the new event, and I still hate it. Man,
I don't care. The events I think the events are bad. I thought they were bad for a long time.
It was one of those. I opened it and I was gonna play some Alcatraz, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Overwatch is having an event."
Yeah, you should have played Alcatraz.
I should have, and I was like, "I get a loot box. I'll open it and see what happens." And I opened it, and I was just kind of like, "Eh," and I was like, "Okay, I don't want to play quick play or whatever," and so I'll just. I'll try out the event, and I tried it out, and I was like, why am I playing this? And I finished the event, and I opened my 2 loot boxes I got for winning the event, and got 2 legendaries out of them, and closed the game. So,
why did I think you would actually be able to drive a motorcycle on this game?
I don't know.
I thought Blizzard would actually do something cool.
Exactly. Your Audacity is recording, just for I'm just curious. It is, right?
It should be.
Okay, it's giving you the little lines and the dots. Okay, I was just double checking before we get into this, and you're like, hey, it's not working.
It's working.
Okay, good. The other game I was playing this week is Gravity Rush Remastered. So I bought this a long time ago, probably months ago, when it was on sale, because I had it on Vita, and I knew it was one of those games that I wanted to play. I picked up Gravity Rush Remastered and the second one, because I never finished the first one, and I know I want to play the second one just based on... from what I played of the Vita version. So I played a couple chapters of that. Didn't get very far. But, man, I still love that game. It's a great game. If you have a PS Vita or a PS4, I definitely recommend Gravity Rush. You play as a girl, and she controls gravity, and there's a whole, backstory. And I guess they, fleshed out the story some more since there's a second game. So I'm excited just to get back into that world and kind of see what the story goes, because I really never get too deep in the story the first time.
I didn't even think about the story.
And Wargroove, that's really it. Picked up Wargroove again. It wasn't boring. I think I was tired when I was playing it, and I was kind of falling asleep, so it made it boring to me. But I'm still enjoying that game. It's a turn-based strategy game, kind of like Advance Wars. If you don't know what it is, check it out if you have a Switch. I like it a lot. I like the voice acting. The colors are great. The team is doing an amazing job on that game. I picked it back up Smash just because I've really been loving Persona, so I wanted to check out. I went ahead and bought the fighter pack for that, because I had some coins, some golden Nintendo coins, plus some leftover PayPal, so I just combined those together and got the Smash fighter pack. So I tried out Joker. He's not personally for me. His playstyle, he looks awesome. I like that there's Persona 4 music and Persona music in Smash now.
Yes.
Is...
I love the whole Joker pack. I've been playing almost nothing but Joker. I think it's pretty good from what I can tell. I'm not a pro by any means, but I've been playing so much Smash, and it's pretty much only been Joker. So I'm really enjoying him.
We're gonna have to play together sometime.
Yeah, we need to play. We need to play it together. It's been a while. I was hoping that this would kind of pull me back in, and it seems like it has.
It did. I was just gonna get Joker, and I was like, I'm like, it's like $25 for the whole thing. I'm like, I don't care what the next fighters are. I'm like, I've gotten enough satisfaction out of Smash that, yes, I bought the game. I'm like, but they deserve $25 more from me. Sure, why not?
So you bought the whole pack?
I bought the whole pack, yeah.
Okay.
I just went ahead and bought it. I was like, I'm sure they will do good stuff with this because they gave me stuff I didn't even know I wanted. Like the creator mode, I'm sure if I'd take some time, I could make some cool stuff in there, and that'd be cool for us to sit down, have like a game night where, like, okay, tonight we're going to play Ryan's level, or tonight we're going to play, Jake's level that he made. And, it's just different things like that. So I think it'd be really cool.
I don't know if y'all have seen some of the stages that have been built. A lot of wieners.
Some of them are naughty. Some of them are dirty.
A lot of wieners. I saw in my YouTube feed, one of the videos was called, I think it was called Smash Creator Mode was a mistake.
Yeah.
Like, you might be right.
Yeah.
Have you seen that Persona 5 Dynasty Warriors type thing?
I read the article about it, didn't look too far deep into it, and I know I really enjoy Dynasty Warriors. But if I remember correctly, you don't like the games.
I've never played them. They always just looked really boring.
I like them a lot. It's just like, imagine Hyrule Warriors, but with like history in them, and that's pretty much the same thing. Dynasty Warriors is just like a beat 'em up game where it's, you run around and then you turn around the corner and there's Lubu and he's like, I'm gonna mess you up, and you're like, crap, it's Lubu, and he like.
A lot of people thought so. It's called Persona 5 Scramble, but it is made by the same team, I believe, who makes Dynasty Warriors. So it was called P5S though, and a lot of people were like, Persona 5 Switch. So I think a lot of people were honestly probably disappointed in this.
Yeah, when I saw Persona 5 Scrambled, one of my first thoughts was, oh my gosh, it's a Persona 5 cooking game. I'm totally okay with this. Baby. I was like, yes, it's gonna be breakfast. You're gonna have a diner with Persona characters. It's gonna be like Diner Dash meets Cooking Mama with Persona characters. I'm so okay with this. And then I read Dynasty Warriors. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah, so. I'm not. Are you a Dynasty? For some reason, I was thinking you were kind of a Dynasty Warriors fan.
I've played a lot of them.
Yeah,
I played.
I mean, they're all the same game, pretty much.
They are. I think the last one I played is 5 or 6 or something. It was on the PS3. I can't remember which one it is, but I remember putting a pretty good bit of hours in there. Like made my own character, if I remember right, and I just played a lot of it. I haven't played one in years though.
Okay, I see.
But it's one of those games where like. I used to be into the lore, and then I was into like the style of the game, and obviously back in the day, it was before online gaming is what it is now. It was just a really cool game to come over and just hang out with your friends and just beat up people and chat. So it was just that's what I liked about it. But I might pick this up, and that's like a very very small might because I still haven't played Persona 5.
The only reason I would buy it is because I love Persona so much.
Exactly, and that's my thing. Even though I have only played Persona 4 Golden, and I'm still...
played any more of that this week?
I didn't play any more of that yet. It was one of those things where I kept thinking about it, but I never made the time for it, and I'm kind of mad at myself about it.
Yeah, I played it a little bit. I actually played it for a few hours one day, and then I've kind of put a couple hours more here and there. Still one of my favorite games, so I'm really kind of taking my time with it,
So I think there will be a crowd of people that do like this game that will enjoy Persona 5 Scramble. Sadly, it's not a cooking game, but I know for some people that kind of want that, maybe for the Dynasty Warriors fans that wanted an introduction to Persona that don't really care for RPG style games, maybe this will get them into Persona franchise and they'll start becoming Persona fans.
I saw where Persona 5, I think had sold 2.7 million. Which seems pretty good. I mean, Persona is still a niche title, especially in the West. I know it's pretty popular in Japan, but it's fairly niche in the West, I would say. But man, I love that game too. As I mentioned, I did watch Avengers 4 Infinity War 2 Endgame. No spoilers or anything on that. I will say I liked it though, but I guess not much to talk about there because of spoilers. Says here you've been watching some animes though.
So I picked back up, or I didn't pick back up. I started Mob Psycho 100 Season 2.
You haven't started Season 2 yet. You hadn't started Season 2 yet.
No, I hadn't. Yeah, it came out. I I was gonna watch it when it first released and watch episode to episode. And then I thought about it, and I just, obviously life just got away from me, and I didn't do it. And then, it's been weeks since it's been over, maybe a month now. And I, opened up Verve, and I was like, I need to watch this, just because I was like, I love Mob Psycho, and wow, season 2 is.
I've been watching it as well.
It's really good. Yeah, I think I'm on episode 8 or 9 or something. I think I'm on episode 8. So a lot of stuff happens in season 2, and I like the direction they're going with it. So they definitely cover a lot of points that I enjoy, and they're definitely developing characters in a.
I love Regan so much.
Yeah, he is just. Man, I do like, without spoiling anything, because I know some people still haven't watched it, and I know anime. For me, spoil it in anime is kind of like.
Regan feels like a very real character to me.
He does, I'm still, even though I'm like 95% sure he has no powers whatsoever.
Well,
there's still like that small percentage that I'm like.
I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying, though.
Because you've seen season 1, so.
Yeah, I watched it a couple
crazy
times.
Stuff happens at the end of season 1.
Yeah, so part of me is just like, maybe he's just goofing off. But I really enjoy.
That's the anime I've pretty much watched. So I need to get back on Naruto because one of the reasons I want to finish Naruto, obviously, I want to see the ending. My gosh, there's so much filler where I am. There's like 30 or 40 episodes of filler towards the end of the show.
Yeah, man.
Why? But I also want to start a new long series, and I refuse to watch Naruto, One Piece, and the third long form anime.
Oh no, you can't. You can't. You will literally die. I did find something interesting. I went to my local Books A Million. I didn't buy anything. I was just waiting on a burger to be made, and I didn't want to stare at them while they were making my burger at the burger shop down the road. So anyway,
that. You didn't know they liked that.
Nah, it was creepy. So, and the woman at the register kept talking to me about this moth that was really cool outside, and I didn't want to go look at it, so I was just like, I'm just gonna go. So I went to Books A Million, and I don't know.
Wait. You said a woman was talking to you about a moth?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she was like.
She was planning on killing you.
Probably. She's like, there's this really cool moth outside. You should go look at it. And I'm like, I'm just gonna go to Books A Million.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, anyway. So I went to Books A Million, and I was looking at the manga section, just, because I'm trying to start a manga collection. I have 2 of them, and I'm probably going to get some digital ones, but I was just, obviously looked at Naruto, just because I wanted to see what there was. And I don't know if the filler has always been in the manga, or if they are now doing filler mangas.
The definition of filler was that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the definition of filler is that it's not in the manga.
Well,
because
so
filler just means it's non-canon.
True. So I guess what they've done is they've made some of the filler into manga that is not part of the main numbering system. Because I picked up a manga and it was like,
that's the best part about the manga is you don't have to read the filler.
Well, now it's just its own separate thing. Because the one I picked up, I think it was called like, this obviously isn't the title, but the picture on the cover made me think Sasuke Adventures Buddy Time. Sharingan kind of a thing, and I flipped through it, and it was just like random adventures with Sasuke and his little buddies, and that was the whole book.
I really like reading manga.
So
it's just kind of like comics, though. It takes up a lot of space.
It does.
One thing I do like about manga, though, is that like several books will be in one book. Several
it is nice.
Comics, 30-page comics sometimes will be in one manga.
Yeah.
So that's nice, and I think that's got something to do with like Shonen Jump, for example. I believe they'll have
exactly
one third of a story in the magazine, and then after a couple months they'll put all those stories into a paperback book and ship it out. I believe is how it works. But yeah, I've only been watching. I have been reading some comics, but nothing new. I'm still working through. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing blank here. Irredeemable and some other stuff. I'm gonna start reading Why the Last Man again.
Okay.
I'm super excited about that. They have some Comixology Unlimited. I'm really enjoying it lately. So,
I know. I like that little discount you get. It's nice.
Yeah. Well, also you get a bunch of free books basically.
That's true. I keep adding them to my library, and I'm like, I'll read these, and I just haven't opened it back up. I need to buy a tablet just so I can
so you don't
carry
it with.
You've
just been reading it online or on your phone or what?
I have not opened up a Comixology comic and read it. I've had it for months, and I've paid for it for months, and I've downloaded them, but I've never actually opened any of them.
Wow.
I know, yeah. I kind of just wait till like everything's done. I do this with physical comics too. Like I'll get all the single issues.
All
To
the single
either
issues. All the single issues.
That's right. I'll get all the singles, and then I'll just I'll either use them to frame or like decoupage or something. I'll do something with them, and then I'll buy the trade paperback later, and then I'll just take the single issues back to a comic shop and be like, "Here you go. I don't want these."
Wow, you're a scumbag.
Well, I don't ask for money or anything. I'm just like, hey, I've already read these. You can put them in your dollar bin, or because sometimes people want the single issues instead of the trade paperback. So I just end up buying the trade paperback because it's easier to store. And
that would be interesting if you could like give them back and like get a little credit or something.
That's what my comic shop does. Like I'll get all of them, and he's like,
I'm so glad that there's a comic book shop in Oxford now.
I know, that's what. So I'm looking forward to giving them my money because that's something that I really do enjoy giving my money to because I love Comixology, but I like giving my money to.
I like using both because
exactly.
I'm not gonna go to. Obviously, I can't go get Why the Last Man, plus Irredeemable, plus Invincible, plus all this crap at my local comic book store. For I don't like,
exactly.
It doesn't come with Amazon Prime. They're not.
Yeah.
What? No, you have to buy them. Forget that. But
exactly.
I played a little bit of Overwatch 2. I saw that there was some kind of a workshop thing. I didn't check it out though. Have you checked that out at all?
I have not played it, but I did watch some YouTube videos on it. So basically, there's a developer update, and they released it on the PTR. It's called Workshop. So what it is pretty much they gave you a game mode in arcade on the PTR. And it's pretty much like a free-for-all. And I don't mean pick your own character. I mean free-for-all as in they give you a hub. And they're like, here, do whatever you want. And by do whatever you want, I mean people have made modes where Roadhog's hook now works like Widowmaker's hook. And every once in a while in the video, you'll see Widowmaker. Awesome. So what it's doing is it's giving you pretty much the game code in a simple way. And it's telling the game, hey, let them have Widowmaker's hook, but put the skin and abilities of Roadhog over Widowmaker. And so every once in a while, when people are swinging around, it'll show you the Widowmaker model, but you're still, and then it'll switch back to Roadhog, but it's like a millisecond. So obviously you can tell that the game is like not supposed to work like that. Another one someone did, they did a Hammond racing mode where it's like a race, and
cool.
It show you got to swing through, and it shows you their placements and stuff. Another one they did is it's just a payload map, and you can right click on anybody, your teammates or the enemy, and you'll change to that character. So like this person was playing, I think, a Tracer, and they were going up against a D.Va, and they right clicked on the D.Va and they became D.Va like instantly. And so that's really cool. Someone else made a mode where it was just obviously you can set whatever kind of modes you want. So this was just a traditional capture the point map. I guess assault is the correct term. And what it was is you lose 5 health every second. And the only way to heal is you got to kill. So you kill and you get health back. Obviously there's still health packs. So people are doing stuff like that in the workshop. And I didn't watch the developer update, but I assume it's just so people don't get bored with the game.
I don't know. The only one I actually saw was Battle Royale, but honestly, those all sound way better.
Yeah, so these look super cool.
Boring compared to like other Battle Royale games.
Exactly. So this is just something that go check it out on YouTube, or if you have a PC, check it out on the PTR. I uninstalled the PTR a couple days ago just because it kept updating all the time, and I was like, look, I don't even touch this game.
Yeah.
So I just uninstalled it because I didn't need it. But this made me kind of want to re-download the PTR and try it out because it sounds like some pretty cool modes.
So you did. So it's not on normal Overwatch yet?
No, it is not. It is not live.
Okay.
It is just on PTR.
Yeah, I don't think I downloaded the PTR like years ago, but undownloaded it, or I uninstalled it a long time ago, so I don't ever try PTR out anymore. Like I said, I played Overwatch for a couple games. I don't know if I said that or not. I played Overwatch for a couple games. I got kicked like the second game. I was like, well, I'm done with that. So that's all I played Overwatch-wise. I continued to play. I hadn't time, though. That game, it's so adorable. I swear, it's so
I saw your tweet about it. I'm like, that is a cute game.
it's so cute. I really recommend that game to anyone who like misses. Especially, it really reminds me of like Mario Sunshine and Sly Cooper. That's like the best way I can describe it. Is if Mario Sunshine meets Sly Cooper.
Oh, speaking of Sly Cooper, I did get really close to playing it this week. I had a thought about it, and I was like,
I was like, oh, you almost beat it? No, he almost played it.
no. I thought about playing it. Guys, I'm getting closer. Maybe next week I'll actually play it. So, it's just one of those things where I was like, I have Sly Cooper. And then I ended up playing, Gravity Rush instead. So,
Did you get the
one day.
physical copy of Sly Cooper? I can't remember.
I did, yeah, because I haven't found a memory card for the PS Vita that I want to pay for. They're like anywhere between $30 and $100, and I'm like, I can't.
I thought you said
I don't
that Sly Cooper would play without it.
Oh, it does.
Okay,
It does.
okay, I just misunderstood you.
But that's why I got the physical copy
okay. I
because I knew. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I got the physical copy because I do not have a memory card for it.
Right. Yeah, they're too expensive.
They are, and it's just I've looked on Facebook Marketplace and eBay, and it's crazy, especially with the Vita being discontinued. They've slowly been upped in price, $5, $10. So it's just, I think I saw a 64 gig sell for $120 the other day on eBay, just because I have alerts set up on eBay if someone posts one, just so I can see what the price is and see if I can get it for a good price. But it's just like, man, they are stupid expensive. I've even searched like GameStops and stuff, be like, hey, do you have any on clearance? Like maybe I could find a ignorant GameStop employee to sell me a memory card, for cheap or something. I've looked on Target clearance, different stuff like that. So I'm trying to find one.
Pay $30+, honestly.
Exactly.
But
I probably am.
The good news is, I have a memory card that's like 15, maybe 15 gigabytes.
Yeah.
Is that right?
So they made a 4 gigabyte, an 8, a 16, a 32, and a 64.
Well, the one I have,
but
I hold every game I have, and I have like 10+ games. So
okay, then yeah. So I'm probably just gonna end up getting like a 32 gig one or whatever, and I think it's like $30 or $40.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
okay, that's not as much as I thought, honestly, for that big of a memory card.
No, the most expensive one's the 64 gig one, and that's like anywhere from $80 to $100.
Oh,
but part of me wants to get that
you don't
just
need
in
that.
case.
You don't need it.
I know.
You
So
really
I'll
don't.
probably just end up buying a 32 gig one and just slap it in there and call it good.
Have you played any Apex though?
I haven't picked up any Apex this week.
I think I played a game maybe. I know that the developers kind of been talking some this week about like supporting the game more.
Yeah, they have. They released an update on their website, obviously EA.com, and the gist of it is, they said, we're 100% committed to the long-term growth of Apex Legends and supporting the millions of players playing every day. So today, we wanted to reset our commitment to you and give you some insight into where we are as a development team and how we're approaching the live service for Apex Legends. So, obviously they went into some explanations, slow server performance at the beginning of the match, audio issues, cheater, hit registration issues, and they're like, we know in addition to addressing these issues with the game, everyone's hungry for us to add new content. The studio culture that we've worked so hard to cultivate, the health of our team are very important. We're taking those things into account when we discuss our content roadmap, the production schedule, and the frequency in which we can update the game. Our long-term goal is to ensure Apex Legends always feels alive and thriving with a focus on quality of content over novelty or speed of release. At the same time, we want to maintain our culture as a development team and avoid crunch that can quickly lead to burnout or worse. So they went ahead. Go ahead.
My favorite part about it is that you said the gist of it is, and then you just read the whole thing.
Yeah, I gave them some highlights, and then they kind of went through, season launches. They pretty much said, hey, we understand that you hate season 1.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like it's that was such a disappointment. The battle pass for season 1.
So they wrap up the article by saying, for season 2, you can expect a battle pass with more meaningful content, the introduction of a new legend, the debut of a new weapon. And did you expect Kings Canyon to stay the same forever? Did you? So that's pretty cool.
I know there's been rumors about Thunderdome getting changed for a while.
That would be interesting. And then they, they finally wrap up the article. There's been some rumors. They said, lastly, regarding other games in development at Respawn, it is important to understand that there are entirely separate development teams working on Apex Legends and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Additionally, in order to fully support Apex Legends, we're pushing out plans for future Titanfall games.
Pushing back plans, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
It said we're pushing out plans for future Titanfall games. No resource from
pushing out, like, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they're doing
pushing
plans.
It back. They just use different.
Yes,
terminology.
they did. They are pushing back plans for future Titanfall games. No resources from Apex Legends team are being stiffed to other titles in development here at the studio, nor are we willing to pull resources from the team working on Star Wars Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order, whatever you want to call it. So, and then they blah, 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 thank you, Drew McCoy, executive producer Apex Legends. So,
I mean, that's good news, I guess. I mean, obviously for Star Wars fans, I didn't think that they were going to change that because I did figure it's probably like a different team. But, I mean, if you want the new Titanfall, that obviously sucks. I think there'll be a new Titanfall, but I don't know when it'll come out. I love Titanfall 2 so much. I
still haven't played it. I know it's very highly regarded. People love it. I just haven't ever done it.
It's probably by far it's one of, if not the best, I'll say, FPS campaigns I've ever played.
Okay.
So it's really, really highly I would highly recommend it. It's usually really cheap too. It's because it didn't sell that well, unfortunately.
Yeah, true. So apparently people have been thinking the PS5 is going to launch before April 2020, which, I don't care as long as it comes in 2020. I mean, 2020 is literally right around the corner.
I mean, people have been saying, I think, they had that news recently that basically said that a lot of people took it. I kind of took it as well, that they basically confirmed that it's going to come in 2020. I think people just thought maybe they were hoping early 2020. I just think it's probably going to be next fall, probably. That's when, they want to get the Christmas and the Hanukkahs and
exactly.
whatnots.
Yeah. So, but according to this article, it's Sony's saying it won't launch before April 2020. So they were talking.
I didn't think it would.
Me neither. But apparently, over the past 12 months, Sony shipped another 17.8 million. That's million with an M. PS4 consoles over the past 12 months, which that's still pretty freaking amazing.
I would, okay. I was gonna ask. I wonder how many they're at. According to this Eurogame article, it says that it stands at 96.8 million consoles shipped. So that's pretty close.
That's insane.
It's definitely gonna hit 100 million by the end of the year.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Especially when there's a little price dip. And you know the PS5's on the horizon. Like I definitely see it.
They have to be
hitting
careful about when they drop the PS5 because they don't want to hurt PS4 sales.
Oh yeah, 100%. And Sony's smart about this. They did a phenomenal release with the PS2. PS3 is a little rocky. They blew people out of the water with PS4.
Yeah, as long as they don't screw it up so bad with like they did with PS3. I just hope
exactly
it cannot be any more than $500. If it's
yes. Exactly.
I want it to be $400. I think that's a really good sweet spot. Is $400.
It is, because you can, depending on your job, the way I think of it is, you can make that in like a couple months, and then putting money aside while still paying your bills, and then get it, And
one of the big things is since it's going to be backwards compatible, you can just trade your PS4 in.
Exactly. True. Hopefully, if you have some of these special PS4s that are slinging around in the wild, maybe you'll get some more for that. So I'm definitely going to be keeping my Spider-Man PS4 though.
Yeah, so I don't blame you. I just have I have a base model black one from
then
5
definitely
years ago, so I'll probably sell it
there
or
you go.
something.
Trade it in, man. Get your $100 or $50 for it. Maybe $200 if someone really wants it.
Man, I don't know. I don't know if I'll sell it or if I'll trade. I don't know. I'll figure that out. I guess as the time comes, but just don't expect PS4. I still think it's next fall. That's when I think it will be. I think I don't expect PS5 before April. Basically, is what this article is saying. But I think it'll be later than that.
Probably. But speaking of PS in general, PlayStation in general, Days Gone is getting some free DLC in June.
Man, that game has gotten a beating.
Yeah, it's gotten mixed reviews, man. It's kind of like Monopoly
I
rules.
think we'll be putting it positively.
I'm trying to put a positive spin on it because I've seen some curb stomping. I've seen some live burnings. Like it's been intense for this game.
Which really sucks because I know Ben has been working on this game for a long time.
Yeah. Ryan was telling me before we started recording, he's like, it's 60 hours. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I heard, unless I misheard, I was like, did they 16 or 60?
I really hope it was 16. I haven't looked it up.
I think they said 60. Why? Why would you?
I don't know.
By the way, the review went, it really felt like if this game had been 15 to 20 hours, it would have been way better. A much tighter experience, you know?
Well, the ever so popular howlongtobeat.com does not have it. No one has posted how long it takes to beat.
Well, it just came out, so.
That's true. Although there are 12 people playing it, 87 people have it on their backlog. One person's already doing a replay on it, and it has a 70% rating on this How Long to Beat. I definitely like this website because it's kind of how
all the time.
I'm like, do I have time to play this game? Is this game worth my time? So
yeah, I love that. I use that website pretty much anytime I get a new game.
Exactly. I need to make an account on there and just start logging stuff. But maybe I'll do it in the future. But speaking of the future,
did you? That's in June, by the way.
That is in June.
DLC
yes,
is coming in June.
So I want to pick up this game, but obviously I might pick it up when there's like.
Honestly, I was planning on buying it, but it's getting like 5, 6, 7. So I'm not.
Yeah. I was going to say, I might pick it up when there's the, quote, dry spell of games, which there really never is with my extensive backlog, which I need to be. Like, I still have Bayonetta, Bioshock 1 and 2, just to name those 3 games. Like, I have so many games in my backlog that do need my time and deserve my time. So maybe I won't ever play this in my history.
Yeah, it's
of
unfortunate,
gaming.
but I mean, what are you going to do? You can't, like.
Exactly. You can't play everything.
Yeah, exactly, and if it's a game that's not that good, I mean, I just have better things to do, honestly.
Exactly.
We do have some new games for you, though, that hopefully will be better than Days Gone. We got Katana Zero is coming out on the Switch, and I forgot to look up release dates for these games. Hold on.
Let's just say they're all out now.
No, all these are already out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say they're
Katana
all
Zero
out.
Is out on the Switch and PC. That's coming for PS4, I believe, sometime later this year. Box Boy and Box Girl is out on Switch. Steam World Quest, which is a really cool looking card. It's like an JRPG almost with a card game like type battle system. That's in the Steam World universe. That's it looks awesome. I'll just say that. And that is out on the Switch now. And then Dragon's Dogma, like Ultimate Edition or whatever you want to call it, is also now available on the Switch. That's also already available on the other consoles, though, I believe. So
yes, check it out if you got those.
Out. Now let's move on to some more news.
There you go. Got Kingdom Hearts Critical Mode. Man, this is I don't really care for it. I know a lot of people are very happy for it. Sorry, I was reading an email that we got. It was like Apple Podcast rejections. I was like, excuse me, but it was for one of my news. I about threw up. I was like, what? But it was just telling us that the RSS feed for one of my news isn't live anymore. And I was like, yes, I know that. Thank you, Apple. You probably should have put that in the freaking header of the email. But anyway, coming from GameSpot, Kingdom Hearts 3 is finally getting a critical mode, some photo slots, and more, which is great for all of us Kingdom Hearts lovers out there. So, if you don't know, critical mode is a new, higher difficulty setting that makes the game much harder. Tetsuya Nomura was talking about it, and he said, quote, "We've changed things up from the previous games, so I hope you enjoy." And that's really it. That's what he said.
Yeah, look through the GameSpot article here. It looks like it's already out. What I can tell.
Correct.
Okay.
It is already out. The full patch notes were published by Square Enix in Japanese, so you can check out the translation on Kingdom Hearts Insider, which are there. But pretty much the second patch, which is 1.05, will add 100 more photo slots, upping the total to 200. So if you really want to do, a bunch of photo selfies for whatever you want to do Kingdom Hearts selfies for, you can. You can have more photos in there. They introduced a new item carryover, such as Keyblades, to New Game Plus.
Okay.
So if you want to restart the game, that's awesome. Both patches were implemented in various versions, but there was no specific details about what these fixes are.
I think you misread that.
I did. Sorry. Both patches will implement various fixes, but there are no specific details about what these fixes are.
It looks like the enemies might, they're going to maybe change the patterns and stuff, but I don't see any kind of specifics here. Apparently when you visit the Moogle shop, it says you can now see the synthesis items you've already synthesized. So just some quality of life things.
I like that.
I'm not going to go back and play it. What about you?
No. Maybe maybe when another Kingdom Hearts something comes out, a movie or a TV show, who knows? Maybe I'll go back and try critical mode. I think I played Proud Mode back in the day on one of the games, but it's one of those where I beat it and I ate so much of it all at once that I got my fill for it. I'm excited. My heart's happy. I'm happy. I got the memories. I took some screenshots, bought the t-shirt. I'm good for Kingdom Hearts for a while. It's
one thing I will say that I missed about Kingdom Hearts 3 is there were no super hard in-game bosses, so maybe that'll fulfill that kind of.
Maybe it was like
there was no Sephiroth or Ice Titan.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it was nothing too crazy. Like I really enjoyed it, and I liked talking. More or less, I think for me, yes, I loved Kingdom Hearts. We did a whole episode on it. Go check it out if you want. But for me, I think I enjoyed the road up to Kingdom Hearts 3 almost as much as I did the actual game. And now that it's kind of over, I'm like, well, that was cool. That was a great adventure. I've waited X amount of, forever to play this game. And
gosh.
I finally played it, and here we go. And now they're like, hey, critical mode. And I'm like, I'm good, man. Like, I'm satisfied. I got to move on to the next thing now. Like, I've given you the time. I gave you, X amount of years. I played the game. I enjoyed it. I loved it. I was happy, went through the emotional roller coasters. I'm good with Kingdom Hearts for a while until you pull me back in with something crazy. And critical mode just isn't going to pull me in like that. So.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. We got some Switch news here. I think this is the wrong article, though, Jordan.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang it.
This is the article I thought it was, and then I exited. So, this originally, there was a Bloomberg article that apparently for some reason we can't find, but what it said was, if I remember correctly, the gist of it kinda, Nintendo, there's basically some heavy leaks that Nintendo will release a not mini or like a downgraded Switch this year, as well as a moderate upgrade Switch next year. But it doesn't look like it's going to be like a huge upgrade at all.
Exactly. If we find that article before or after this episode is released, we'll either put it in the show notes or just give it its own separate tweet, just so you can read that.
Well, what's interesting is there's also a GameSpot article where Nintendo doesn't. They say no, we're not releasing it. At least at E3 is what this says.
Exactly.
So I don't know if that's like them being like, we're not going to talk about it at E3, but, then maybe we'll, wink, wink, hint, hint, maybe we'll drop it, a Nintendo Direct or something.
Yeah, so who knows? Maybe, knowing Nintendo, maybe they'll just release a YouTube video or a live stream or something and be like, hey, here's the Switch, here you go, bye, and, that'd be it. So maybe we'll get an announcement in August or something, or that's just me throwing out a month. Okay, there's no rumor that said August. I don't have any insight or anything. That's just me saying.
Bloomberg thing one more time. At least see if I can.
Okay.
Bloomberg,
yeah, sure. Go ahead. Let me see.
Just gonna look up Bloomberg Switch. Okay, here's a Polygon article that might talk about it. Okay, so according to Polygon, they say that Bloomberg says that a cheaper Switch is coming in June, and then, like I said, a quote modest upgrade is going to come later.
Okay. Well, there you have it. So it makes sense.
I mean,
and
there's been so many. Now you have Bloomberg, the Wall Street Journal, both big, kind of reputable sites are getting a bunch of news that. So I think it's gonna happen.
Exactly. I mean, they'd be stupid if they weren't. I mean, the Switch is selling so well, and especially if you can cut the price down, even $50, or even $100 if you could, and get more.
If they got the Switch down to $200, that would be insane.
Yeah. So, because especially people that whether they want a backup Switch or who knows, just different. There's tons of different options for people buying a second Switch. Children, etc. It would sell. There's no doubt in my mind.
No doubt in my mind. I mean, Nintendo has gone on record as saying that they want every person, not every household, but they want every person to own a Switch. So that would be a really good way to do it.
I'd be okay with Nintendo having some world domination.
And
Why
know
not?
That you were talking about earlier, how Nintendo was confirming or talking about how they want to make sure that Pokemon does well in handheld mode. So
yeah, exactly. They
because maybe a $200 one might be smaller, more handheld focused. I don't know, but
especially if they do, even if they tweak a little things with this, like I'll just call it like a cheaper Switch or new Switch or whatever. If they even increase the battery life and give you 1 to 2 more hours, that would be an incentive for people to buy.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna buy a new one, but
no, me neither.
If you haven't gotten that one because you're like, man, the battery life or yada yada yada.
Exactly.
Maybe, or even the price, but it's probably gonna be the biggest thing, I'm sure.
Exactly. So Nintendo is definitely, people try to compare Nintendo to Sony and Sony to Nintendo and Microsoft, etc. Yeah, they're the 3 big dogs. They're running around. Nintendo's in its own thing. Nintendo will always
with the others.
Exactly. Nintendo just literally, they're selling cardboard VR, man. Nintendo can do whatever it wants, and they'll figure out a way to make some money off of it. Yeah. And that's not a bad thing at all.
Sometimes you get the Wii U, but then sometimes you get the Switch. So
exactly. So Nintendo I feel like they're on a good path. They know what they're doing. They're smart. And,
I agree.
It's gonna be well. We talked about the top of the show, Persona. So there's more Persona news. So for those of you that really love Persona,
there's a lot of Persona lately. So that's good.
I know.
Good for me. I love Persona.
Me too. As I'm, dipping my toes in, starting to swim around the pool that is Persona. Press Square gave us an article. Persona 5, the Royal launches in the West on 2020. So it's good.
I just want this.
It's gonna be.
I mean, I don't even. I will buy it. I almost said I don't know if I want to buy it, but yeah, I will definitely buy this.
So this is a enhanced version of Persona 5 with new locations, scenes, characters, and more. Being called obviously Persona 5, the Royal. Kind of think. Yeah, Persona 5R, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of like the Persona
R. Like people say P4G. I think it's the Persona 4 Golden, basically.
Yeah. So they confirmed it's going to be 2020.
Dang.
I know. But it might be January 2020. It could be
I doubt it will be. I mean, I could actually see it being early, like in like March or February or something. Because I think Persona 5 initially came out in early 2017.
So if we look at it, so this is being released in Japan on October 31st, 2019. So if it's being released there, I'd say, they iron out all the stuff, make it, Western, localized, whatever they need to do to release it in the West. I'd say we could get it January or February.
Maybe.
Honestly.
I would say March or April at the earliest. Yeah.
So, that's me being hopeful. Maybe they do like a little pre-order bundle or something, get some sales going for, Christmas. Be like, hey, I have a PS4. Can you just get me this for Christmas instead of, whatever else?
Would you like to? What about this on Switch? I mean, they have said nothing about it being on Switch, but would you like to play this on Switch?
Yeah, sure. I'd be fine with that.
It's really, really, really want this on Switch.
I'd be okay with any of the Persona games on Switch. Obviously, I'm really enjoying Persona 4 Golden on my Vita just because it's just nice to be able to carry it wherever. I don't have to sit in front of a PC. I can sit on my couch or, I can take it to the beach or whatever. I haven't done that yet because, sand and video games, why would you ever mix those two? It's a terrible idea. Scratch the screen, gets sticky. Anyway, yeah, I think this is a good thing. I'm excited for all this Persona news, and I'm sure I'll be even more excited because like I said, I'm still under 10 hours in Persona 4 Golden.
Oh,
So I'm not even
you
like...
said you got to 11 hours.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a couple days since I played, or a week since I played it. But it's... Even someone that's under 20 hours in Persona 4 Golden, and I'm loving it this much, I can definitely see someone that's played... I get one of our other mutual friends loves Persona as much as he does, but I feel like he doesn't really love it as much as he says he does. I just think he feels since he's a weeaboo, he has to say that he loves it this much. But I feel my love Persona is like, it's like a real genuine love.
Oh.
Like I'm starting to have like a crush on it, where it's like, I'm digging this. Like, I like what you're doing with it, especially the music. If someone knows where you, like, it's on Spotify. You already told me that. Sorry. I'm still on a hunt to get the music for Persona 4 Golden, because I love that music a lot.
Yeah, just go on Spotify.
So, I know. I just need to go on. I need to open up Spotify again and be like, hey, play this music for me. So, yeah, I'm excited for that.
This next piece of news is all about Jordan.
Yeah, that's right. Coming from Kotaku, I was wondering why these went on sale and had buy one, get one half off, and etc. I guess I should tell you what it is before I just get into this. Starlink's toys are finished, but the game's still getting bigger, still getting updated next week. So, free and paid updates are coming to Ubisoft's really weird Starlink game, which is really just a Star Fox game. I mean, that's why anybody would ever buy it, you know. So, apparently it's going to be a huge update. It's going to be called Crimson Moon. It's going to be... I do not know what's in this update, if I'm being honest.
Wow.
I'm joking. I actually do.
Like, oh man, he must be hyped.
Kinda. It's a 10-hour game, so the free part of the update is going to be adding racing challenges, a combat area, and some sort of enemy hunt. And there's going to be new weekly challenges. It'll be available. The free update will be available for PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, and it's going to be getting a PC version, which is also going to be coming out on the 30th. So they just said, screw the toys. They're not selling. Let's just give them to play this game everywhere. So I've really been enjoying it on the Switch. Like I said, I haven't put that many hours in just because there's been other games. It's been one of those because I have the ship. It's literally sitting on my desk, and it looks really cool. But I was wondering, because the toys went, like buy one, get one free. Then they were like all $4, including the ships and the guns and stuff. You can also buy them digitally. So if you don't want a bunch of stuff in your house, you don't have to have the physical toy, because the game scans in the toy, like using a controller, into the game. So you don't need to have the toy attached to your Switch all the time. Although it does look really cool to move the Joy-Cons on the special Switch with the spaceship on it. It looks really cool. And the ships are modular, so you can change the wings, and you can change the guns. It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. Apparently, there's also going to be paid DLC, which is going to let you play as some other Star Fox characters. Peppy, Slippy, and Falco are going to be, I guess, playable characters for $12. So if you want to play as them, I guess drop you a few bucks and you can do that. I never did play this game. I don't know.
Yeah, it's, from what I've seen, it's very grindy. It's one of those, like I said, it's only like 10 hours for the main story. It was one of those things where I picked it up, played it, and then I was like, this is cool. I'll put it in the catalog for, oh no, the internet's down, I don't have anything else to play sort of a thing, and I've beaten all the other backlog games. It's like a break in case of emergency game, where you got a gaming itch. But
I know what you mean.
That's so. It's a cool game. I think it's definitely more for children than it is for me, because I want something a little more, I don't know, I guess darker and grittier, maybe some blood.
Dark and gritty.
I don't know. That's right, dark and gritty.
Zack Snyder's making a Star Fox game.
That'd be cool. Using real animals.
Yeah.
It was really one of those things where I got caught up in the excitement of Black Friday. I was out and about at GameStop. I even forgot, I was getting these awesome PS4 games, Horizon Zero Dawn, Last of Us, all this cool stuff. And the guy's like, hey, I got this Switch thing at Star Fox. I'm like, I like Star Fox. And he's like, it's on sale today. I'm like, how much? And he's like, only $30. I was like, cool. You get a little ship, get a little game. Why not? And I played it, and I was like, And then I was like, how much is this normally? And I was like, $60. I was like, good thing I only paid $30 for this, because I would be pissed if I paid the full price for it. So, if you're interested in any of that, check out Starlink, Battle for Atlas. Crimson Moon does look pretty cool. The little trailer they got right here. It looks like some bad mamma jammers are coming. You're going to have to shoot them down with your space rays, team up with E.T. and do some finger touching exploding. So check that out if you're interested in any of that.
I'm not.
It's okay. I didn't expect you to. I did not expect you. Just enjoy Hat Time. Enjoy your games. There are much better games on your catalog than this game. It is not for you. I definitely know and understand that.
We got some Mario Kart news, though, from GameSpot. Finally, it seems like, if y'all been wondering where the Mario Kart Tour game for the mobile, it looks like it's getting a beta next month.
So the trial is going to be available in the U.S. and Japan on Android devices only. Suck it, Apple.
Got him.
In order to run the beta, your device must be running Android 4.4 or later and possess at least 1.5 gigs of RAM. So, for those of you that have less than that...
not supported in the beta. I don't know anybody who has an Android tablet, but...
Exactly. One final stipulation is that your Nintendo account must be registered to a Gmail address and not to any other email provider. This is so that Nintendo matches your Google account, so you'll be able to download the beta from the Google Play Store. So make sure those are, make sure if it's done to a different a different account, just make sure you go change that prior to the beta so that you can check it out. Oh, I guess we should tell them when the beta is. The beta is going to be, the full release is going to be summer 2019, but the beta is going to be the 22nd of May through the 4th of June, and you can apply up until May 7th on the Mario Kart Tour website. But you must do it through your Android phone to see the apply option. Are
you interested in this?
I'll probably apply for it.
Yeah, I probably will
too. Why not? I mean, I like Mario Kart. I have an Android phone with awesome specs, so why not? I am excited. This is a side thought. OnePlus is having their another thing soon, and they're going to announce 7. It's like coming out on the 14th or whatever. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with that, but that's just a side thought. But if you want to play some Nintendo mobile games, they already got some that are up and running right now.
Yeah, I mean, you got the Animal Crossing, and you got the
Super Mario Run, Fire Emblem, Dr. Mario is going to be launching this summer as well. And then they got that Super Weeaboo.
Did you hear? You're talking about
Dragalia Lost.
Yeah, apparently there's going to be like a Dragalia Lost Fire Emblem Heroes crossover event or something.
Oh, that's cool. Part of me wants to re-download Dragalia Lost, like 0.5%, not even like a full percent. But it's just because it's like, I don't know if I can go back to gacha games. It's just something about them.
I just don't like mobile games. Like, I know that there are some great mobile games. I can't play them. So I'm definitely not gonna play Dragalia Lost. The game is pretty, but it does seem very gacha-y. It's very. I know I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I tried playing it. I was on the bus one day, and it was like, Weeaboo, it's Super Weeaboo.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
and he threw his phone out the window.
I had to buy a new phone. But I think the game has been very profitable for Nintendo.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that people love spending money. Yeah, we have a friend that I definitely think he should go to rehab for mobile gaming, because it's like, okay, buddy, disconnect the PayPal. It's okay. You don't have to. How much did you spend this month?
Yeah, I don't. It's kind of
on little JPEG characters.
Got mad at like Super Mario Run because it cost $10, but how much money did you spend on Fire Emblem Heroes? I mean,
exactly. Yeah. So, this last news article we have is an interesting one. Epic is still throwing fists, man. They're still trying to play fisticuffs with everybody that's coming from GameSpot. The title of the article is, Epic will stop going after exclusives if Steam makes a large change.
What is that voice?
Says the Epic it's how I imagine Epic talks sometimes, just because some people online's like, Epic sucks, blah, blah. Look, man, competition's fine. There's nothing wrong with Epic having a game store. It's okay. They're just trying to make sure people get money, get paid.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
They said, quote, if Steam committed to a permanent 88% revenue share for all developers and publishers without major strings attached, Epic would hastily organize a retreat from exclusives, in parentheses, while honoring our partner commitments, in parentheses, and consider putting our own games on Steam, end quote. That's from Sweeney, by the way. Tim Sweeney, the CEO of Epic Games, just in case you were confused with Sweeney Todd. So, continuing the quote.
Oh, my bad. There's more quote.
There's one more little line. Quote, such a move would be a glorious moment in the history of PC gaming and would have a sweeping impact on platforms for generations to come, end quote. Now, what were you going to say?
What are your thoughts, I guess?
It seems like Epic's trying to play nice. I always see these things on Reddit and Twitter and everywhere across the internet of everyone trash talking Epic because they're like, they're stealing games, blah, blah, blah. They're not stealing games. They're giving people more money. And money makes the world go round. As much as people don't want to say, I don't need money, blah, blah, blah. We need money to survive, okay? At this moment in time, everybody needs money to survive. And Epic is saying, hey, come put your games in our store. We'll give you more money than Steam. Boom. That's it. Who's not going to do that?
I'm really interested in Steam's response to this.
I bet Steam is just either not going to respond, or they're just going to give them the middle finger.
Because Valve, we good.
Because Valve does not care sometimes.
Well, they better care.
Yeah, they especially with how things are going.
I mean, mad at Steam. Oh, not Steam. I'm sorry, Epic. And I know their story is not as good as Steam's, but I mean, if Steam just ignores all this stuff, eventually it could definitely catch up to them.
I mean, just let's look at the track record so far. I'm not going to cover all of them, but Metro 23, Metro Last Light, were hit hard after Metro Exodus moved to Epic. The same thing happened to Borderlands 2, Borderlands the pre-sequel, after the reveal that Borderlands 3 is going to be launched on the Epic Store.
Like review bombs.
Yeah, like they were, people were just review bombing and acting crazy, and it's just like, what?
Honestly, chill. I think that you sound like a child when you do that.
Exactly. Stop being a baby. Like,
I understand the fears.
Exactly.
I know people are like Tencent spying on us, but I mean, Valve is probably spying on you.
It's like, look, if you have a insert smart speaker name here, if you have one of those, they're spying on you. You got a smartphone in your pocket, somebody's spying on you. Everybody's spying on you. Whatever deity you believe in or not believe in, the space, dust, and the cosmos, they're spying on you. Everybody's spying on you. Everybody has a stalker. Okay, it's fine. Just get over it. It's okay. And for those of you that I just spent into a spiraling anxiety attack, I'm sorry. I'm sure no one's actually stalking you. So, yeah, I'm fine with it, but it seems like every other day there's something on the internet where it's like, Epic, me. It's like, stop being a baby. They're just a game company trying to give people money to produce their games. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? And if Steam wants to stay around,
they need to step up the competition. I mean, the Infinity Gauntlet has been thrown.
Yes, I mean, even Discord came in here just casually, and they're like, "Hey, we'll give you 90%, and we'll take 10% because we don't need the money because we have Nitro subscribers." And it's like, thanks for being honest, Discord.
Like Discord, they're nowhere near. Like, they make a lot of money, I'm sure, but they're nowhere near as big as Epic or Valve.
And they're still giving their developers and stuff 90%. Like, they're like, we're fine. They're like, we'll figure out how to get the money. They're like, but here's 90% of revenue, and like, they're giving away tons of great stuff. Like, I got I got BioShock 1 and 2, the remastered editions, for free for being a Nitro subscriber. So, I mean, Discord Nitro by itself is worth the money. Like, Discord is doing great stuff for the gaming community. They always have. I think they always will. So, us as gamers and just people, if we want gaming to stay around, we need to support these changes, in my opinion. Honestly, like, the more money developers and people have, hopefully they will do good things with that money, and we'll keep getting good games, innovative stuff, and cool things, and more indies, because the world needs more indies. There's enough AAA titles that are good and bad out there.
A lot of indies too now.
There is, and I love it. Before, back in the day, you'd be like, what are you playing? Oh, I'm playing Terraria. What's that? Oh, it's from this developer or whatever. And, same thing with Minecraft and different games like that. It's like, oh, you're playing an indie game? That's so cool. It's like, it's like, oh, it's an indie game? It's like, yeah, it's from and now I'm finding myself following developers that, that aren't AAA developers and stuff, and excited and curious about what they're creating because they made a good game, and I'm like, well, this is their first game, and it's awesome. I want to see what else they're working on, sort of thing. So I think this is fine. I don't have a problem with it. If you have a problem with Epic, just shut up.
Oh my god. It just seems a little
childish.
It's like the most first world problem that I can possibly imagine. You have a PC, that's powerful enough to play video games on, but you don't want to download another launcher. I don't know.
I don't know either. It's one of those things.
Childish to me.
Also, Epic gives you free games every month. Like, they're just free. It doesn't matter if you like them or not. They're giving away free games. Like, just accept them,
Yeah, and speaking of free games, that's right, baby, segue. We got some deals for you.
Boom.
Twitch Prime. First up, are you gonna take this? You gonna take the lead?
No, I just wanted to echo you saying Twitch
okay.
Prime.
So, Magic the Gathering Arena Boros Legion deck. April 25th.
So that's gonna
through June 25th. What?
Yes.
Is that like a whole deck?
It's a whole deck, 60 card deck, I believe. Because why would you have less than that
I have
Magic?
no idea. I'm not a nerd.
Boros is a red and white deck, and that's all I can tell you about it. So it gives you a code. I clicked on it because I wanted to see. It gives you a code. It tells you instructions on how to download the game, and you would then take the code and paste it in the game, and you'd get the deck and maybe beat some people with it. I don't know.
Let us know.
I like it.
If it's any good.
Yeah, exactly. If you play Magic Arena, I haven't downloaded it, haven't tried it, just because I don't have any time to play an online card game right now.
But yeah, they also got a Smite Gladiator bundle from April 25th through May the 24th.
So with this, you get a gladiator skin, you get a skin for the gladiator person dude that looks like Thor, looks pretty cool, has a flaming hammer, and I think an announcer voice, and something else. I'm not too familiar with Smite, but I did link it to my Smite account. Also, Smite's on Switch now, by the way, so you can get this bundle on Switch as well as anywhere else you play Smite, because I have it on PC. I played it twice. I got the bundle. I attached it to my account. I'm sure it'll be there if I ever decide to play it again. So if you got Twitch Prime, get this Smite bundle.
True that. Path of Exile Purple Cosmetic Bundle, April 23rd through May 22nd. Okay.
So you get the Purple Divine Sign, which is, I assume, something to go. I haven't played Path of Exile. I assume this has to. It is, yeah. It's a free. Imagine a free quote better Diablo. That's what people have said. Better Diablo 3. So you get a free Purple Divine Sign. I assume that goes by your character name or around your character in some form or fashion. You get a Purple Skull, which is like a flaming lavender color skull, and you get a lavender weapon effect. These do look pretty cool. I think I made a Path of Exile account, but never actually downloaded the game because the person I was talking to sent me a whole big screenshot of the skill tree and how crazy it can get, and I was like, I don't feel like I need to get into this right now.
I think I just played Diablo 3. So this
exactly,
is not
it just
the
seems
free
kind of
Twitch
overwhelming.
games for next month.
No, these are just they're not. These
games,
are
obviously, but
no, these are just add-ons, just perks. I think it's just Twitch is just teaming up with these people to get people to download and try these games.
Okay.
So that's what it is. This next one is StarCraft Swan Machined Bundle. This is going to be from April 11th to May 22nd. You get the Swan Commander, the Swan Announcer, Swan Announcer, machined terrain console skin, a Terran banner, some emoticons, and spray packs, which I didn't think there were sprays in StarCraft, but that's cool.
There are. That's it for the Twitch Prime stuff, though. We do have some PlayStation goodness for you. So, from Okay, this ends. It looks like May the 7th. You can get up to 65% off or up to 75% off if you are a PlayStation Plus member. Let's just look at some of the games here. You got
Okay.
I know there's some good games. Hold on.
Well,
I swear.
what we got?
You can get Blaze Blue for $23 or $18 if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber. Dark Souls 3 Deluxe Edition for $42 or for $34 if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber. Man, I got that game so cheap. I remember I got it for like $20, I think, the Deluxe Edition.
Nice. Let's see. You can get FIFA 19 for $17.99. You can get NBA 2K19 for $17.99. You can get a Way Out for $17.99.
There's a bunch of Dragon Ball Fighters character packs that you can get for cheaper than normal. So check that out as well.
Exactly. So pretty much just scroll through here.
A long list. You want? We could just link this if you want, Jordan.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll just link it in the description for you, so you can check it all out.
There's so many.
Because there's like multiple pages. There's at least, I'd say, 20 pages of games probably. Oh, sorry, there's only 11 pages. So yeah, check it out if you want to save some money.
$25. So check it out.
Yeah, there you go. There's tons of great games.
Let me copy the link to the notes real quick, Jordan, so I don't forget.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Also, if you're a Sims 4 fan, there's tons of bundles on all this. You can get like all the packs on sale from anywhere from $20 to $10. So if you want to get the Sims 4 game on the PS4, you can.
Ever since it's been a Sims game, I guess they just concentrate on those microtransactions
which is smart, man. That's how they.
I know the Sims is like the big. It's big on PC, right? So.
Oh yeah, I'd say it's big. It's also kind of big on PS4, especially with something I've seen YouTubers doing now. Is they let their subscribers and people, what is it?
I don't know.
Make characters and stuff. You can make characters in like a house and stuff. So they'll make like their house or like their family or whatever, and they add them to their game. So it kind of it's kind of like enhancing the experience, and they kind of make like a show out of it, like today in the life, So I've seen like today in my Sims life, it's kind of cool. It's kind of like watching a TV show about somebody's life.
I feel you. I think that's about it, though.
That's it for the show. I'm gonna be honest. If you're listening to this on Patreon, you might get it a day later because I will probably not edit this together today. I'll probably edit it together tomorrow, and then you'll get it sometime tomorrow, not as early as usually do. Just putting that out there. But we thank you ever so much for listening. We really do. As I choke on, I guess, air.
It's hard to breathe sometimes, man.
It is hard to breathe. I guess I'm getting excited.
It's getting harder and harder to breathe.
At least it wasn't a Three Doors Down reference.
Hey, man.
Be sure to rate and
subscribe. I like the early Maroon 5. Songs About Jane, man. I love Songs About Jane. That's like the first album that I ever listened to from like, oh my gosh. I'm actually curious about this. Hold on. I'm going to look up.
Okay, go look it up.
That's right. We were looking up a Maroon 5 album from the early 2000s. Deal with it.
That's right.
Hold on.
And if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it.
Jane.
Because, yep.
2002.
Oh, nice. Okay. So go look up that song.
It's not a song. It's an album.
Sorry. Go look up the record where I
She Will Be Loved, Sunday Morning.
There you go. We're dedicating this album to you, the listeners. So be sure to rate and subscribe to the show. We appreciate all of you that have listened and rated and subscribed to the show on Apple Podcast as well as Google Podcast. And wherever you listen to podcasts, we appreciate all of you that have left reviews on anywhere you can leave reviews to the podcast. And we ever so love the people that have shared the show. This has been one of the best months we've ever had on just interactions and downloads and everything. We really do appreciate it. It is awesome to see y'all's support.
Can you hear this?
What else?
You hear that?
Yeah, little sounds. Yeah. What is that?
That is the sound of my Sekiro Sword letter opener. It's a letter opener. That came with my Sekiro game.
I don't know why I thought
not weird, dude, I swear.
you were
it's because I have a sword letter opener Does not.
I thought you were going to say, that is the sound of my metal cigarette case opening. And I was like, oh, you smoke cigarettes now? Okay.
No, I think I would die within like 2
You-
puffs. I smoked a cigar
you
one
might.
time. But
Oh.
actually, I didn't. I took like 2 puffs. And I'm like, this is horrible. Why would anyone do this?
If you smoke cigars and you listen to the show, it's fine. We
I mean, I
appreciate
don't
you
do what
listening.
you want with your life as long as you're not gonna hurt me.
That's
as long
right.
as you're not gonna make me smoke a cigar.
You can do whatever
I
you
don't
want in
like
life
it.
as long as you're not
It's
as long as you're not
unpleasant.
going to spoon feed me
If I'm
mayonnaise.
gonna hurt
Just
my
don't
body,
spoon.
I'm gonna go, get Del Taco. I'm not gonna.
That's right.
I'm not gonna smoke. That's like the last thing I could imagine. Okay, no. There are several things, meth and cocaine, heroin, those things.
Mayonnaise.
No, what? I would. Listen, I'm not gonna.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise is a delicious.
No, it's not.
Listen to what I have to say.
So bad.
Listen.
Fine, I'll
You
listen.
will listen
Okay,
to
I'll
me.
listen to you. Okay, I'll listen to you.
Okay, so even if you don't like mayonnaise is such a good base for so many condiments.
That's true. It does make some good aiolis. You can't make a good aioli without
Exactly.
mayonnaise.
You can't. I guarantee you Zaxby's sauce. If anybody out there likes Zaxby's,
Oh, it definitely has
it definitely
mayonnaise,
has mayonnaise
in it.
in it.
Definitely.
I get Chick-fil-A sauce. I guarantee it has mayonnaise in it.
That's also true.
So I mean, mayonnaise is like, I don't want to say it's better than ketchup, but it is.
Oh no, it's tough.
It's just
tough.
because ketchup. I mean, I like ketchup. I'm not a monster.
Let us know on Twitter whether you like ketchup or mayonnaise.
Oh
more.
my gosh!
You can let us.
I will say one thing about not Infinity War, Endgame. There is a scene. No spoilers here, by the way. There's a scene where somebody asks, they're eating hot dogs and they ask mustard or mayonnaise. I'm like, what?
Oh my
Mayonnaise
gosh!
monster?
It's so gross. You can
There's
interact
only
with the
one
show
option. Okay,
on
okay, it's mustard.
Exactly.
That's just the only option.
plain American craft single with a hot dog. You can interact with the show on Twitter at Wannabe Podcast. You can interact with me on Twitter at Swedlock. You can interact with Ryan on Twitter at Ryan Divisions. You can interact with the podcast on Instagram at Instagram. Oh my gosh, at OneUpMeGaming. If you want to email the show, it's oneupmepodcast@gmail.com. Thank you to the Heatley Brothers and Alicia. Heatley Brothers for our music, Alicia for Thank you for the Heatley Brothers for our music, Alicia for our artwork. Thank you for Jake for being quiet during this time. I'm sure it was very hard for you, but he might not have heard any of this because he is deaf. It's okay for me to make that joke because he's our friend.
Well, he thinks he's our friend.
He didn't hear that because his hearing aids are probably out. But we love all of you. We thank you for listening. Tell your friends. Tell your grandma. Love the people that you love. Hate the people that you hate.
But
and
still tell them about the
stay safe.
podcast.
That's true. Tell everybody about the podcast. Tell your teacher. If you get detention this week for some reason, just be like, hey.
Oh man, I'll tell you the best way you could get detention to anybody out there who's still in school. Okay. You take like a pencil and you carve One Up Me Podcast into your desk.
That's right. That's all. Just do that. And then and if your teacher has like a Chromecast or something in their room, just
that's what you do.
throw our
If your
podcast.
teacher has a Chromecast in her room. You go up to the TV, right? And you carve One Up Me Podcast into the TV screen.
Thank you for listening. We appreciate you. Stay safe and play on.
Bye. Jordan, what if I told you that I wasn't recording that whole time?
I would upload my version of the audio, and they would just have to listen to that. And they would probably hear little creaks and groans of you through my headphones, and that would be the entire show.